Where are you, Nicco? I've heard you've been playing Battlefield 6, the newest, hottest game.
It is new and hot, that's for sure. And I've enjoyed it. You know, I get that people are annoyed at it for a lot of different reasons. And boy, when you've got that many people playing that game, it's real easy to come up with something you hate. But I like most of it, right?
Okay.
Like, there's always something that you can point to and be like, this is bad. Because it's, you know, a live service multiplayer game with millions of people in it. All right. Like, there's always something. But right. I think that it is the best Battlefield that we've had since Battlefield 3-4, right? Like, it's, if you are a Battlefield fan, this is a Battlefield game. It is not bad in the way that Battlefield 5 or 1 or 2042, not like all of those were bad in their own way, right? And this isn't bad in that way. So I think it's good. If it's not bad, it must be good.
That you're stringing some really, really sound logic there, but explain it to me like I don't know what a Battlefield game is. Like, what is this game doing well that the other Battlefield games weren't doing? Because I remember playing Bad Company 2, and
Bad Company 2 was really the best one.
Yeah, Bad Company 2 is like incredible, right? Yeah. Everybody loved Bad Company 2. And part of the reason they loved Bad Company 2 is because it had like a pretty good storyline, and it also had like pretty, you know, good multiplayer that was basically Battlefield 3 multiplayer. And it also had like, you know, pretty good co-op and pretty like Battlefield Bad Company 2 is good because everybody's just like, yeah, that one was pretty good. You know? As far as what makes a good Battlefield, that's really, 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 really subjective and hard.
I feel like it's tough because it's such a big multiplayer game, right?
Yes and no, right? Like, so a lot of people think of Battlefield as like, oh man, it's that game where you kill each other hundreds of times. And like, yeah, I guess technically, but not really though, right? It is a 32 to 32 max kind of game, right? Like, you have the 64 maps, but they're pretty rare. It's mostly 32. And quite frankly, most people are playing the 16 by 16s. So it's not that much larger than, you know, other large games. It's the same sort of a lobby size as you get in like a COD most of the time.
Yeah, because COD
smaller
like
than some battle royales.
COD kind of limits at like 8 to 12.
Yeah, well, I think their largest one is like a 20, but you know, that's the FFA deathmatch, you know, free for all.
Yeah,
but just generally speaking, right? They're bigger, yes, but the maps are a lot larger too, so it never feels like it's super claustrophobic. And you do get really cool moments, right? Like, there's a reason why they call them Battlefield moments, and it's because it only happens in Battlefield. And yeah, that really does exist, you know? There are moments where you're like, oh my God, that was the coolest thing. Did you see that? Oh my God, right? Like, there are clips that you get, and it's just such a cool moment. We all want that. And you play 20 or 30 games to get that one cool moment where it's like that really made up for it. That made it all worth it. You know, where you get underneath a tank and you use your repair tool to destroy the enemy tank, and they can't see you underneath the tank, so you're just sitting there destroying this thing slowly, and then every time somebody comes up to repair it, you're shooting them in the feet. You know,
or stupid moments where there's like 4 of you repairing your tank as it pushes, and it just looks stupid, and it's really funny.
It's so fun, you know, or like a tank driving along, and it, when it turns, you see on the back that it has like 5 guys all crouched on the back of the tank, right? Like, they are prone on the tank as it's moving, all currently hitting it with their repair torches. It's just fun moments, and it's wacky and it's stupid, and it is in no way a serious competitive, you know, experience. It's one of those games that you get into and you don't even care if you're getting steamrolled as long as you're having fun. It's the question of whether or not, you know, you're having fun getting steamrolled, but you can. And like, most famously, there's the, you know, the people who are like jumping out of their planes and then shooting another plane with a rocket launcher and then jumping back into their plane. That's right? Like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Right. That's what Battlefield is. And this is absolutely still that. Right? It feels like some of the space that they give you is a little bit more limited and a little bit more restricted because they don't. The average player is still a COD fanboy, right? Like, that's still the average video game player. And so
there
are.
Is, yeah.
So there's some concessions that have been made to appeal to the COD boy. And I don't think they're good, but I understand them, right? So like movement's a little bit faster, and the maps have weird little choke points that you wouldn't, like if it were a real space, I would just walk around this, but I can't, because if I walk around it, it says go back to the battlefield. You've got 10 seconds or we'll kill you, and like, oh, cool. Okay. That isn't as open and free as I would like, but still, I think that overall, Battlefield 6 is the best Battlefield we've had in a long time. It's a lot of fun. I think it's incredibly overpriced. And if it can come down, this should be a $40 game, right? Like Battlefield should be a $40 game because it lives and dies off of the battle passes, and it lives and dies off of the player count. And quite frankly, if they were going to be very smart about this, which they won't because it's EA and EA hates us, right?
Well, they're sold now, so they kind of have different ideologies at mind.
We'll see. We'll see what that changes. They haven't, like, none of that's happened yet, as far as I know. Like, it hasn't actually transitioned the leadership.
Like, we know it's happening, but we don't. But it's not happened yet.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But if they don't change anything, then we're not going to see EA change it. I think this game should be free to play. Right. I kind of
agree.
In a year or two, this game should be transitioned to free to play 100%. Give everybody who bought the game some sort of stupid skin, right? Like, give them something that's like, here you go. This is your premium super duper duper thing. And you also get access to the really cool campaign. By the way, it's the worst campaign I've ever played. It's truly
That's a shame. That's a shame because
truly atrocious.
Yeah,
EA,
playing Bad Company 2, I remember the campaign. So like that's
it's so bad. EA has not put $1 into their NPC AI since 2010. It is still the same incredibly dumb AI. It's really bad. The storyline is incredibly stupid. Every single thing that happens, you're like, wow, this is dumb. And it's just so constrictive and just very bad, and you shouldn't play. In fact, you should install the Battlefield 6, and in the options, it says uninstall campaign. Just click that immediately, and the game is better in every single way as soon as you do it.
Damn. Okay.
I should do that.
Like, it is bad. It is a really, really bad campaign. It's very, very bad. You should
at least save yourself some some drive space.
Yeah.
Nicco, how do you feel about it? Because you've been playing it too, right?
Yeah, a little. I'm like, not. I wish I were better at it, dude. I'm so bad. Like, I'm bad.
It's more of like a skill issue.
Yeah, it's a heavy skill issue, dude. I'm like, because the thing is, like, Moriarty is, for people who don't know, I know I say this all the time, Moriarty's really, really, really good at these games.
Very good at shooters. He played a lot of Counter-Strike, right? Which obviously it's not 100% like transferable, but
no, but it's the type of skill, like the type of skills that I am bad at are the ones that are applicable to all shooters. It's not, or all multiplayer games even. It's not Battlefield specific, right? So like, I'm not great at positioning. I don't know where the enemy is going to show up. I don't think to use my mini map all the time. That one I've been actively kind of practicing, right? And even when I do use it, I don't necessarily know how to use it as effectively as I could. I don't know how to use all my movement options the right way. I've been getting better about using like the support class items and special abilities, right? Like, but simply put, I don't think I have anyone to play this game with that our skill levels are like kind of similar and we can like learn and grow together.
Yeah, because if you join a lobby with M, you're gonna get M ranked people because you're with M.
Right. And I just get like massively steamrolled, right?
And you're not having fun in spite of that, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not having fun like kind of because of my skill issues, right? Like, and I know it's not the game, like, because I quite like the game. I think the gameplay is great. I think it's great that it has like linear unlocks per gun. I haven't seen that in a long time. It's really it makes sense to me. Like, that's a sensible progression route. Find a gun or you like, and like and keep leveling those ones up. But like, yeah, I'm simply not good enough to like super enjoy it. All I do is die. If I could if I could stay alive for like a minute and just like kind of learn any of the ropes at all, then
because that is the issue. Is like
I'd be happier. But it's like if I'm spawning and dying kind of right away, and I'm getting shot before I even see where anybody is.
Yeah, because like especially in a first-person shooter like that, the respawn time is so frequent that you don't really do much.
Yeah.
So like you're spending more time looking at the kill feed than actually playing the game if you're not staying alive for at least one kill.
I remember that in the beta. There was that mountain map, and you just see all the glistens of the snipers out because everyone would just camp up there during the beta for this, right? And if you stepped even like one step out of line, someone clocked you immediately and you were just out.
Yeah. Thankfully, they have adjusted that quite a bit.
That's good.
Sniper is not quite as overpowered, but I think that so the problem with a lot of these games is balancing, right? Like we all know balancing sucks. It's hard to do.
Yeah. Very hard to do.
It's really hard to do. And so one of the things that they've done is they've taken the sniper and made it kind of useless now unless you get like one of the high-end snipers, and that sucks, right?
So that's kind of the issue with the sniper rifle in those games, because like if they're too strong,
but it should be, right? It should just be hard to use.
Exactly.
So if you're going to have a sniper, then that sniper should kill somebody in one shot. That's the deal. That's the agreement that you make, right? Like this sniper is going to kill you in one shot. But it requires a higher level of skill. Similar to a helicopter is going to kill you in one shot, but it requires a higher level of skill. I think that's totally fair. The problem is that they easified noobified the sniper rifle so much that it became the gun you should use because it's a one-hit kill in every single situation, which is the current COD meta and has been for a long time. A sniper rifle, if you're good at it, you quick scope everybody instantaneously, right? You just click, and then you've killed 4 people. This isn't COD, but people are still wanting the guns to feel like COD because COD is the gold standard that everybody's used to. And it doesn't feel right. The guns don't feel right. So the way that they allow you to do that is you make it so that you only get a one-hit kill if it's a headshot, and they've already been damaged at least once. And that is dumb. That doesn't feel good. That feels like it's pointless.
Well, and on top of that, they didn't noobify it to the point where it's hit scan. Like you still have to, it's still bullet drop. You know what I mean? Like it's not, like unless you change, there's one specific setting that you can change to get rid of bullet drop, which is make your hold breath.
The rangefinder. Yeah.
And rangefinder like the same, right?
Yeah, you can do that. And that does help. I have it set up that way, of course. And that way you're always zeroed in. But it still means that you're going to have to be able to aim. It does make it easier, though. That's true.
Yeah. I think, and I'll say this, as an addendum to the sniper's one-hit kill point, I reckon, the best it was ever done was Modern Warfare 2, where the bolt-action snipers were one-hit kills always, and the semi-auto snipers were not one-hit kill always. And I think that's kind of fair, right? It's like you scope in, scope out. Like your shot kind of matters more when you have a bolt action.
It really depends. It depends on how you want to set this up, right? Because obviously the best case scenario is a Counter-Strike situation, but Counter-Strike has an economy built around it, right? The op is going to cost you $5,000. So that $5,000 gun is a one-hit kill. In fact, it's a 5-hit kill, right? Like it can kill 5 people in one hit. It's the only gun in the game that can kill the entire enemy team in a single bullet. So it's incredibly powerful. It can shoot through half the walls that are in the game. It's really, really, really powerful. It also only has 5 bullets. It takes a very long time to reload it. And if you miss, you're going to get just run up on. One of my favorite things to do is when somebody misses with an op to run up and just knife them while they're reloading their gun, because it's very, very, very funny. But you've got the economy there. You've got very, very slow reloads. You have very few bullets, but it is insanely overpowered, and it's a real game changer, right? Like having a good opper is a requirement, to the point where, you know, you have riflers and oppers as separate roles on professional teams, because that is such an important must-have thing. And if we're going to have a sniper in a game like a Battlefield and say that it is a must-have role, that's fine. But then you got to figure out how to do it. When I used to play Battlefield, I would play on a server run by a bunch of veterans, and it was a military server, right? And it's all a bunch of vets who were in the military all playing. And their server was awesome. It was super cool because they were all people who were actually playing the objective. It's a really nice thing to have, right?
Sounds great, actually.
Yeah, they're communicating. There's people who have like spent all of their time learning how to fly the Apache, because I used to fly the Apache. I'm going to learn how to fly it real good in this here too. You know, like the guys with a full HOTAS and like 3 monitors just to fly the Apache every single time, you know? And that was a really cool thing. And one of the things they did was, in order to be able to use the sniper rifle, you had to have a certain percentage on your accuracy and stuff like that, right? And you couldn't even get, like, you had to be manually clicked as sniper available. And then that was cool. It was very neat, because everybody who had that role, and there may only be 2 or 3 people on the server out of 70 that are playing, right? They're the only 2 people who can actually pick up that thing, because they prove that they have it. And it kind of reminds me of this game called America's Army, which was American propaganda. That was, yeah. But it was actually a pretty good game, pretty competent game, which was kind of surprising. And then it got, you know, much worse. But America's Army had this functionality for some of the games. I don't think it was in all of them, where in order to be able to play online as a sniper, you had to hit marksman quality on the tutorial, which was 39 out of 40 bullets, which is the actual marksman requirement in the Army, right? So if you go into the Army and you can hit a target at 200 meters 39 times out of 40, you get your little marksman ribbon, and that's what you'd get in the game. And with that marksman ribbon, you would be allowed to use the sniper rifles online. Gamers hated it because they were like, why are you locking me behind this thing? And it's like, I actually think I'm okay with this. I think that I would rather you have a little bit more gatekeeperiness in these things. For example, right? Just hot take for anybody who's ever played Battlefield, you've experienced this. Do you not hate somebody jumping into a jet, flying it over the battlefield, jumping out of the jet so that they can parachute down so that they can get into the fight faster? And then the jet's gone.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm with you. You said this to me. You floated this idea to me of like, you have to have a minimum like player ranking to use a vehicle. And I'm heavily aligned. Like, I never get in vehicles because I know that I wouldn't.
I think if you have a kill to death ratio that's negative, you shouldn't be able to jump into the car, period. Yeah. It should just be like, sorry, you're too dumb. Go fight somewhere else, grunt.
You should be able to ride it, just not drive it.
You can't drive it. You can't even get into that position. But I really want to drive the tank. Sucks for you, Cletus. Walk your ass to the battlefield.
That's what. Here's my issue. Here's my problem. Right? Is that no matter walk or drive, I die the same anyway. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's my verdict on it. Great game, really fun Battlefield game. Perhaps a little more grounded than a COD, even though it's not like a grounded like war game, but like more grounded than like the game with Beavis and Butthead in it, right? Like,
yeah, right, that happened.
You know, right? Yeah.
They're in Call of Duty and Fortnite, right?
Yes,
they are in both. Yes, but Nicki Minaj is only in one.
Nicki Minaj.
I'll let you guess which.
I'll let you guess which one.
I'll let you guess which one. Mm-hmm.
Justin.
Yeah. What have you been playing, brother?
Oh, what have I been playing? Pokemon Legends ZA, which if you saw on the YouTube feed, we posted a whole 40-minute discussion on it. Since that discussion, I have beaten the game.
Ooh, me too.
Very good game. The ending sequence is a real hitter. Mm-hmm. Really does well. And
thummy uppies or thummy downies? Thummy uppies.
I mean, in the fact that it's a good game, yes, thumbs up.
These ending.
I meant the ending
story.
Specific.
the story wrap up made me care about a game that I think had the most vapid story in the series. Not that Pokemon's like a high mark, but sometimes they hit a certain way, right? I think ZA took a swing that made me think I didn't know Game Freak would do that. And A, I like that they did, but B, it made me care about this story and retroactively that game story. Weirdly enough, through the choices they did here, I feel like Justin's in the same boat.
Because I love X and Y, like those games I hold in very high regard. To my own detriment, because I know they're not the best ones.
Sometimes it hits a certain way, though.
Yeah, but I just really like that one. I think it was playing the game at the same time I was taking a course in high school that was basically like, you're going to learn about European history. And we hit France at the same time I was playing Pokemon X and Y. So I was like going through it. I'm like, oh, I'm at Versailles. Oh, I'm in Paris. Like I actually was able to like pinpoint locations in the real world that this is obviously influenced by. So
I think
that
treaties did you sign in Pokemon?
Not enough, considering they fired the ultimate weapon. So the treaty was kind of thrown in the trash.
They built a Metal Gear.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no. Legend ZA is really, really good. The new patch of Genshin came out, and
let's go.
That's been cool.
The game everybody plays, every cool person plays.
If you're not playing Genshin, I don't recommend getting into it because
it's impossible.
By the time you get to the new story of the game, you have to go through, I think, 5 different continents to get there.
I gave up. I got to Japan and I was like, it's just too much. There's just too much. I think you needed to like start at the beginning track to like you start where we are and then you can go back and work if you want. Like I know that's a lot more work, but I think they need something like that at this point because it is crazy. But also
it's ridiculous because like if you tried to start Genshin now, you'd have to start in Germany and then go to China and then go to Japan and then go to France. No. Then go to India, then go to France, then go to Mesoamerican culture, and then you can go to Russia. So like
they're running out of locations. They might be done soon, Justin. You might be free.
They're definitely getting into the end game here for Genshin.
Dude, yeah, just wait until they bring you to like Denmark or like.
Yo, I'm down. They did also add they also did just add Roblox mode to the game. So now you can they put Roblox into Genshin.
Can you please explain this more? Because I know what you mean.
For content?
For what'd you say?
Can you scam people for content?
I don't think so.
That's not very Roblox then. Can you explain?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like Roblox then, Justin.
Yeah, so basically they made Roblox like rooms that you can create. You can create these own like experiences and then you can go and play them in Genshin. Not so much of the selling of the things like Roblox does, but
Genshin
like
Dreams remake goes hard.
They were just like, yeah, you can just they've always done these weird events in Genshin that like change the gameplay in different ways. So like one time you'll be playing like a soccer mini game, and then next time you're playing like a rhythm game, and then next time you're playing a tower defense. And they decided, let's just take all that, put it into a game mode within the game, and then people can just go and play that instead of actually playing Genshin. I haven't tried it yet.
They like
because
decide it?
Kind of. You still have to have Genshin installed to play it.
Okay.
So they're basically Fortniting it, where like Genshin's there, and then when you press LB and Y or LB and triangle, you just are a different character, and now you're in like all these like random rooms with a bunch of people, and you can like go play soccer if you really want to, or like do a fishing mini game. Like they were just like, yeah, they what they said when they were announced it was like, we want to make Genshin Impact a property that lasts forever. So we're going to make this. So that way this can just live on, and then Genshin can kind of do their own thing and like kind of fade away. So that way we can keep making money off of you idiots. But yeah, I haven't.
You have to get your guaranteed pull.
Yeah, they did some things that a lot of the community doesn't agree with. Like they have, they give you a it's called a mannequin. They give you like a player character you can play as, and you can dress them up in outfits and stuff. and there's some outfits that you can only get by paying money, which made a lot of people like sour on the idea of it because they were like, well, why am I playing this if I can't work towards getting the outfit? Like in Genshin, where you can work towards everything. You can work towards getting the character, work towards getting the weapon, work towards getting everything. Whereas in this, it's straight up like, no, just pay us, just give us money.
Mm-hmm.
So people are just kind of sour on it.
It sounded weird, but I guess as I sat here and thought about it for 8 seconds, I know Genshin isn't technically anime, but there isn't an anime Roblox aesthetic game thing out there. So I guess there's probably a bunch of people who wouldn't want to go into Fortnite or Roblox, but maybe the Genshin version.
This can like grab somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I'm not going to lie to you. I just am interested in the story of the actual game.
Right.
And this patch does have some new story. I haven't started it yet because I was finishing Legends ZA.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't even played Genshin is what I'm hearing, Justin.
I mean, you can attest. I was playing it as you were starting up the stream. I had to turn the game off to actually do the podcast.
We do see a lot of JTart9 playing Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
That is pretty common. Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, I'm trying to get Discord to like figure out that I'm using Ableton because like I think that'd be I think that's funny. Just like playing Ableton Live 11.
You just gotta go in there and add it manually. It'll
you can do that manually. Yeah.
13 hours of Ableton usage.
I have to be pretentious and do that. That'd be funny.
I see people do it with like Excel, so Ableton feels completely valid.
You can absolutely do it with Ableton.
Excel is great. Excel is great. That's awesome.
But yeah, no, other than that, new season of Spy X Family came out. It's coming out weekly. I'm waiting for the season to end. So that way I can kind of watch it all in one go because that's how I like watching it. Because I tried to watch Dawn to Dawn weekly and I was just like chomping at the bit. I was like, I just want to watch it all. I just want to finish the season.
You
and I hate waiting for it.
Guy, Justin.
Depends on how I start watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
If I start watching it subbed, I'll finish it subbed. If I start watching it dubbed, I'll finish it dubbed. I don't specifically search one or the other out. It's just whatever I find.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever I find usually is just what I stick with. Because at that point, like now I recognize that voice as that character.
Right.
So going between the two, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
One's not particularly better than the other.
Lose too much focus on subs.
The thing is, I feel like I have to focus more because I have to read it.
Yes, right. I lose focus because it's like, okay, like what just happened? I looked away for 2 seconds and I didn't understand what they were saying.
So don't look away.
That's too much to ask.
It's too much to watch a TV show.
It's too much to read a TV show.
Okay, that's fair.
I'd read a book at that point.
It started. I read the first couple chapters of Sakamoto Days, which is like a anime about a hitman that met a girl, got married, wants to live a simple life, and gets fat. It's like basically anime John Wick. It's literally anime John Wick, but he runs a convenience store.
Yeah.
That's
so
actually.
Yeah, I read the first couple of chapters because I was standing in a Barnes and Nobles, and I was like, you know what? Just read it. So that way I don't have to pay for the book. I just put the book in here, so that way I can just leave it on the shelf.
This Justin discovers libraries.
I remember the one time I was in a Borders bookstore and I was just reading things on the floor in there because I was like, I don't know, 12 or something, and just walked away without paying anything. And I talked about it years later, and it's like, oh, I wonder why they went out of business. And I had to kind of look in the mirror and be like, oh, I never spent a single cent in Borders. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I've only played ZA. I have nothing to add that I didn't say last week, other than what we just said. Game's fun. Nicco.
Yeah, man.
With all warning to our audience here for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, did you want to talk about Outer Wilds, which you just played?
I do want to talk about Outer Wilds.
For the listener, stop here if you don't want to hear spoilers for Outer Wilds.
I will do my best not to spoil it because I'm really good at talking about my feelings about things and not the minutia of what actually happens in the game, right? Like so, that game. So I've been playing Outer Wilds and I just finished it. I really, really enjoyed that game. It was perhaps the most unique experience I've had in a game to date.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever played another game quite like it. I think it satisfies it scratches several itches, right? It scratches itches in kind of like a physical sense. It scratches itches in like a murder mystery sense, but like it also scratches itches in the make you feel smart sense. Because like, you know, when you lock in and you figure out what the game wants from you in a lot of scenarios, you just feel like, wow, I can't, like, I'm so happy I put these pieces together.
Hmm.
And you know, by the end of it, you come out with quite good relationships with a lot of characters. You feel like there's kind of um it's both a sense of community and a sense of like aloneness that I think is very unique in that it kind of hits on both ends of that.
Hmm.
And I think also um it what else was I going to say about it? I feel you know, it's I don't know, it's fun. It's fun because the way it makes you feel.
Hmm.
On top of
I
that,
feel like Batman.
they do it is a game. I've long said, and I've said recently, that I'm kind of tired of like inventory limits, and I'm tired of jump scares, and I'm tired of limited resources in horror games, right? Because these things I think are cheap ways to get the gamer to feel scared and uneasy and stressed out. And I think all it does is make you stressed out. I don't think it makes you scared, especially if you've played a lot of these games, right? Um, this game is a prime peak example of times that you can feel absolutely terrified without anything being overtly horror coded or horror themed.
Hmm.
They're just really, really good at crafting an experience that allows you to experience fear in perhaps a lighter way for folks who are not fans of like horror, but also in a way that is kind of deeper. Like it's lighter, but it's deeper, right? Like it's not like gore horror or anything like that, but it's also like you're like kind of terrified in like a good way, in like a positive way. And they do that all without having resource management. They don't have any of the things I listed off before that I'm tired of in horror games. And so I just really, really appreciated it for that. And it made me feel smart by playing it. And it was a great game to lock in on. I highly recommend it. I believe I said all of that with no spoilers. So yeah, highly recommend that game. Moriarty, I know you also played it. You know, if you would like to give some insight as well, you are welcome to.
Boy, I did that already. I put out a 3-hour long video about Outer Wilds where I talk about the psychology and philosophy of that game. So I don't know that I have a whole lot more that I could say about it other than to just, yeah, I mean, right, like it's a game that's really difficult to talk about because if you want to play it, then anything that you hear about it is a spoiler. Literally
Yes and
everything.
no. Yes,
Is it
no.
what's the name of that horror movie that's kind of like that? It's like something with a cabin in the woods or something like that.
Cabin in the
Yeah,
Woods is
true,
a
Cabin in the Woods.
similar kind of thing where like just knowing anything about it kind of harms it. And Outer Wilds is definitely in that space. If you know anything about it, you are ruining at least something. You're spoiling something for yourself immediately. But it is a game that is filled with stoicism in the Marcus Aurelius way of stoicism. It is got a lot of very deep concepts in it. And I actually was talking sort of about it kind of a little bit yesterday with Chris, where we were talking about Werner Herzog,
Yes.
and how his entire documentary sort of playlist can inspire some serious ennui, and yeah, Outer Wilds can do that too. You can get into like some pretty deep, oh, I'm gonna die kind of conversations playing this video game, and I think that's really fascinating.
Aligned. I have also, so I started listening to the entire Limp Bizkit discography. And
As
then,
one does after playing Outer Wilds.
Yes, yeah, I can see
and
it.
then their bass player passed away. Rest in peace, Sam Rivers. I have completed my listen through of the entire Limp Bizkit discography. I think they have one of the best rhythm sections in perhaps all of rock and roll. And at least, I mean, maybe not like the best technical skill, but like they lock in with each other. So I highly recommend Limp Bizkit. If you haven't heard $3 Bill Y'all, just fire record top to bottom. And even their newer stuff, their new song, it's called Making Love to Morgan Wallen, and it's very, very good. It's like classic Biscuit. Yeah. And what else? I've been playing Hollow Knight. Really enjoy that game. If you haven't seen mine and Brody's streams, go check that out because those are very fun.
On the Crub Twitch?
On the
now
Crub
Patreon?
Twitch. On the Crub Twitch, now Patreon. Yeah. And I also have been back on card games heavily. I've been playing Inscription again. I just continue trying to go infinite, and sometimes I do it, and it's very fun. Card games bring me dopamine in a way that I have yet to find in other turn-based games, but in a way that I now see can be applied to other turn-based games. So, very excited about the future of gaming for me. Because I've now played a lot more different types of games and finding that I enjoy them a lot more than I once did. And I'm pleased with that.
The only thing I have to say to any of that is that Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik does not like Limp Bizkit, so I'm inclined to not believe any positive thing you said about them. And he would probably be happy that that guy died, so...
Whoa!
Look, man, that was in Sonic 2. I don't know. I believe Eggman.
God. Dude, yeah, LB is one of the best, dude. LB, I've been listening to Korn too. I've been listening to the Callous Dowboys. The Callous Dowboys, great band. Check them out. They're a little smaller, so I mean, but they're not like small, obviously.
The Callous
band these days.
Dowboys.
Callous Dowboys.
Dowboys.
It's like the Dallas Cowboys, but backwards.
Yeah, the Callous Dowboys.
Is this like Bill Murray, which was Bilmuri? Is this kind of the same?
Similar naming convention, yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
But similar music, I wouldn't say so. Bill Murray's a little more digestible than Bill Murray's very like pop country metal, whereas Callous Dowboys are more like post-hardcore type beat, like Fall Out Boy with screaming. Fall Out Boy with more screaming.
Gotcha.
2005 Fall Out Boy with more screaming.
Okay.
And some heavier riffs, and it's cool. It was a cool band. I saw them live. It was a super cool show. Shouts out. There's this other band that I really like called Crush Plus Plus. that opened for them that were really, really good. I have their vinyl right here. Yeah.
We also saw Pete and Baz.
Oh, we saw Pete and Baz. That's right. Justin and I saw Pete and Baz, who are two old British gentlemen who rap
like
over
in their
buildings.
70s. Yeah, like in their 70s. They didn't start when they were young and got old. They started when they were in their 70s and are just like
when they were in their 70s.
Are just like UK rappers, and it was a very fun show.
It was a very fun show. I'm aligned. Pete and Baz, dude, just good stuff all around, man. Yeah, music is W. If you're not listening,
that's right, Nicco.
So many good games are coming out right now too that I'm like, man, it's hard to commit to. Like, I knew that I was gonna play Pokemon ZA. Right. So I knew I was committing to playing that. And now I'm like looking on the horizon. I'm like, I really want to play Ghost of Yotei. I really want to play the new Kirby Air Riders. I really want to play the new Marvel side-scrolling beat-em-up game by Dotemu, Cosmic Invasion.
You got it, Cosmic Invasion.
Yeah, like there's a ton of games that are coming out soon too, because we're finally coming. I feel like we're finally coming out of the COVID lull of people not being able to work on games. So now we're just getting so many good ones all at the same time, and I'm here for it.
Crazy. I feel kind of the opposite, dude. I feel like I've been going back because like all the new games are like, I don't want to play these.
Just get into Genshin.
Just get really into Genshin.
I do want to play
Ghost of Yotei. I mean, you bought Battlefield 6. That was a new game.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Outer Worlds 2 comes out tomorrow as of recording.
I almost wanted to give the disclaimer earlier. Yeah, people get Outer Wilds and Worlds mixed up. Outer Wilds is what Nicco was talking about, not Worlds 1, because 2 is about to come out, just so no one...
Yeah, I am talking about Outer Wilds, a fundamentally...
different game.
And very different game than Outer Worlds.
I still get them mixed up, to be honest.
But there's a ton of games coming out. Like, ton of games coming out. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they're not hitting you in the right way that you want to play them, that's completely understandable.
I might need you to forward me that list, dude, because I don't know.
There's a ton of games.
Perhaps I'm just not plugged in enough.
Yeah. Perhaps, Nicco.
But that's for next week when all these games comes out and we're all playing them and all that fun stuff.
All right.